Okay, I follow all the rules. I bought the exact size bag listed on the airline website. I rolled all my clothes, and I even used those vacuum bags. But every time I get to the gate, they still single me out and make me check it. Why?
Because you are playing the wrong game. You are focused on dimensions, but 2024 aviation regulations are shifting heavily toward weight restrictions, even for carry-ons. Most budget carriers and many international airlines now enforce a strict weight limit, usually around 15 pounds or 7 kilograms, for your cabin bag.
Wait, 15 pounds? My empty suitcase weighs 8 pounds.
Exactly. That is the first trap. Luggage manufacturers sell you reinforced hard-shell bags that eat up half your allowance before you even pack a single sock. The secret is that gate agents are trained to look for passengers struggling to lift their bags. If you look like you are carrying a bag of anvils, they will weigh it. The rule is simple. If the benefit of an item does not outweigh the physical burden of carrying it, leave it home.
But I need space. If I buy a smaller bag, won't I just end up leaving things behind?
That is actually the goal. Mistake number 2 is choosing the wrong bag. Larger bags lead to overpacking because human nature dictates we fill empty space. The true insider secret? Opt for the smallest bag possible, ideally one classified as a personal item under airline rules. This fits under the seat in front of you, meaning you completely bypass the overhead bin Hunger Games and the gate check lottery.
A personal item? For a 2-week trip? I have to pack different outfits for dinner, hiking, lounging. There's no way.
If you pack full outfits, you will fail. The third secret is abandoning the outfit mindset and embracing the capsule wardrobe. Bring neutral bases, wrinkle-resistant materials, and specifically garments made of merino wool. Why merino wool? Because the science behind it is that it naturally resists odor-causing bacteria. You can wear a merino base layer for 5 days straight without it smelling. Do laundry on the road. Bringing backups is a beginner's mistake.
So, doing sink laundry instead of paying baggage fees? Okay, I can see that. But what about organizing it all? I just throw it in the night before.
Never pack directly into your bag. Secret number 4 is the system layout. Lay out every single item on your bed before a single piece goes into the luggage. When you see it totally spread out, the duplicates become painfully obvious. The golden rule is force yourself to look at the full layout and physically remove 2 items before you zip the bag. It works every single time.
Okay, but when I use packing cubes, I compress everything so small that I still have room left over. Should I fill that extra space so things don't slide around?
Stop right there. Secret number 5. Packing until the bag is full is a fatal error. Empty space is not wasted space. It is breathing room for souvenirs, wet clothes, or simply the fact that clothes never repack as tightly as they were originally folded. Packing cubes are a tool for organization, not a weapon to cram 40 pounds of gear into a 20-pound space.
Okay, I'm guilty of the cube cram. But what about my laptop, flat iron, running shoes, hiking boots, and all my lotions? I can't leave those.
Yes, you can. Welcome to secret number 6. Travelers obsess over cutting an extra t-shirt, but ignore the massive weight penalties of shoes and electronics. Shoes are the number 1 cause of overweight bags. You only need 1 core functional pair worn on your feet and maybe 1 flat packable sandal in the bag. Furthermore, TSA rules strictly govern liquids, yet people still pack massive bottles of just-in-case shampoo. Switch to solid toiletries. Solid shampoo bars cannot spill, do not count against your 311 liquids rule, and last 3 times as long.
But what if it rains? Or what if I get invited to an unexpected formal event? I always pack a just-in-case outfit.
Secret number 7 addresses the just-in-case anxiety. You are letting fear dictate your luggage. Pack exclusively for the definite realities of your itinerary and the verified weather forecast. If a freak snowstorm hits Miami, buy a cheap sweater there. The financial cost of buying an emergency item once every 10 years is vastly lower than paying $60 each way for checked bags on every single flight of your life.
That actually makes a lot of sense. It takes the pressure off. But how do I know if I'm actually getting better at this?
That brings us to our final secret, number 8, the post-trip audit. The minute you get home and unpack, take 5 minutes to separate what you wore every day from what you never touched. This is hard data. If you didn't touch it on this trip, leave it behind on the next one.
Okay, I can do a post-trip audit. But wait, what if my strictly planned bag gets flagged anyway? I read an article about people getting their carry-ons confiscated at the gate, not for weight, but because of the bag itself. Is that just an internet myth?
That is absolutely no myth. Welcome to secret number 9. The Federal Aviation Administration explicitly bans luggage with non-removable lithium-ion batteries from the cargo hold. If your flight is full and a gate agent forces you to check your ultra-modern Smart Bag, but you cannot remove the battery, your bag stays behind. Always verify your bag's battery is rapidly removable, or risk losing your entire wardrobe before you even board. But even if your bag passes the battery test, a single toiletry can trigger a full physical search, unless you leverage a federal rule almost no one talks about.
The liquids rule? You just told me to pack solid shampoo. What if I actually need my massive contact lens solution or liquid medication? I cannot find solid versions of those.
You do not need to. Secret number 10 is the medical exemption loophole. The standard TSA 311 rule does not apply to medically necessary liquids, contact lens solution, prescription creams, and everyday liquid medications are explicitly exempt from the 3.4-ounce limit.
Wait, I can just bring a 12-ounce bottle of saline solution through the security scanner? Will they not immediately throw it away?
Not if you declare it properly. Under federal security guidelines, you simply must remove these oversized medical liquids from your carry-on and verbally tell the TSA officer they are medically necessary before the screening begins. The officer will briefly test the outside of the bottle for trace explosives, and you are free to go. Buy your full-size necessities at home, declare them confidently, and never pay destination pharmacy markups again.